This is ReachBot, an insect-like robot being designed to explore the challenging terrain of caves on the Moon and even Mars. ReachBot will be able to scan its surroundings and identify graspable points on rocky surfaces, similar to the mechanism of a multi-fingered hand. That could let it explore places currently out of reach.
So the end goal, at least for planetary exploration, is to go places where no robot has been able to go before.
ReachBot is being developed by the Biomimetics and Dexterous Manipulation Lab at Stanford University. Before it can be used to explore caves out in the solar system, researchers tested a ReachBot prototype in California's Mojave Desert. There, it confirmed the bot's ability to identify and securely grasp multiple sites, demonstrating its potential for future planetary explorations. The cave-crawling robot is equipped with sensors and a contact-before-motion planner, enabling it to scan its surroundings and identify graspable features on rocky surfaces. Stanford University mechanical engineering professor Mark Kakowski explains the idea behind the design.
ReachBot, at least in part, is inspired by animals like the daddy longlegs, which has a very small body and very long limbs or appendages. The thought was, well, what if you could have a robot, a small robot about the size of a suitcase, let's say, that has extremely long limbs, that it can reach out and grab the sides of the cave with grippers and then manipulate itself by alternately attaching, retracting, and extending those limbs.
Researchers are experimenting with different prototypes, which so far features a small body and long extendable appendages with grippers. The Mars-ready robot will have custom-engineered extendable booms, but its prototypes start out more modestly, using tape measures. Here's Tony Chen, a postdoctoral researcher working on ReachBot.
And these arms are made out of space booms. Just imagine them as a 3D tape measure. They coil up really small and they can extend really long. And then at the end of each of these boom, you have grippers and maybe additional sensing element where you can see where you're grasping more closely and also gripper actually interacting with the surface.
Further prototyping is still needed, but researchers say something like the ReachBot could play a big role in space exploration.
How do you get yourself down into a lava tube or a cave? These are, by the way, very interesting spaces to explore. They're relatively sheltered. If there are any signs of previous life, that's a good place to look for them. Also, if we're thinking eventually about human habitation, that's a good place to build a shelter because you're protected from some of the radiation and from some of the extremes of temperature.